Hey everyone, it's Dustin with TechMD. Today here I got a family with a Nintendo Switch, and as you can see here, it is definitely clogged with some kind of port, and we are going to unclog that. Actually, that's not the headphone jack. There it is. I thought you said it was a headphone jack, right?
Yeah, when you hook the headphones up,
Okay, so step one, obviously we're going to take off the controllers here. And you're going to need a 00 screwdriver and a Y 00 as well. All right. I haven't opened a ton of these. I would say about 15. So be patient with me. I'm not going to be super fast. Also, it's going to be helpful to have a magnetizer if I can find mine. There it is. That's going to help grab a hold of these screws. So that way you don't lose them. You don't have to have this blue pad, but maybe something white placed down. And these are not grabbing magnetically. We got a Y screw, a Y screw, and a Y screw. Y here. And then we got all these as well, which I'm gonna do last. All right, now we can start unscrewing. This stick does not have enough power. And I don't have a driver bit to run with it. So I'll just manually twist it out. Okay. By the way, unless you buy this whole entire chip, you are going to be desoldering. If you don't know how to desolder, you should probably stop now. Forgot to mention that. So I just use any kind of tool to pop and separate this. A plastic tool actually would work probably a little bit better. You know what? There might be another screw under here. Oh, there is. Gotta remove this memory. Oh, cute. It's a Nintendo memory. All right, got one little Phillips screw here. And by the way, you guys can totally talk back to me if you want.
I don't want to ruin your video.
No. It doesn't ruin the video. Actually, it entertains a lot of my customers over the years. They're like, what are those people saying? Like I had, back in the day when I was married and lots of noises going on in the background. Oh yeah, people were always commenting on my very old videos. Yeah, it was good times. I keep on missing screws here. Let's get this thing open and it just closed on its own again. How nice of me. Come on, Nintendo. Let's open up. I guess you do have to remove those screws. I thought those were afterwards. Oh well. Last time I had one of these plates fall out and it decided to break on me. I had to replace the plate.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it looks like it's just one screw here. So it should be one more screw here. Now we should be able to get the back panel off, we hope. Hey, these fins look broken in the back. You don't want to be a technician? Okay, I get it.
He wasn't paying attention, he said.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you're supposed to be paying attention instead of playing video games. Man.
We said, do you want to watch? And you said, yes, you're not watching.
All right, removing some more Phillips screwdrivers. Or screws, not drivers. All kinds of little screws here. YouTube makes me select if these videos are for kids or not. And I'm like, I don't know. I know that there's some young people who've watched it before, but it's like don't advertise it to children. It's like, it doesn't say, is this made for teenagers? I'll be like, sure, you know. But young kids, they probably shouldn't be tearing apart their Switch. So we're pulling off this little plastic piece, and we're gonna go ahead and pop this off. Best to use a little plastic tool. All right, got that removed. I think we'll be able to pop this off without taking this rest of those screws off. Oh, we got one more screw. Come on. That won't come out. That's the inside. We got pink paste here all over the place. Man. Okay, headphone jack is right there. So this shouldn't have to really remove too much off this device. How old's your Nintendo Switch?
2 years?
Pretty sure it's 2 years.
2 years, huh? Is it played every single day?
Yeah. Basically, yes.
And is your Nintendo Switch, you feel like the battery's still good? Or is it die quick?
It holds charge longer than the tablet.
So it holds charge.
The tablet needs a new battery.
It does actually.
By the time the tablet's dead, it's at 27. The tablet.
Yeah, this is your battery here.
The tablet dies faster because you're hooked up to it and it uses the energy.
I know there's a way to remove the blue dots off this. I just don't remember how.
It dies faster.
Okay, we're gonna remove this cable after removing all those screws. And there's one little connection we have to pop off here. Okay, now it's popped up. So this whole entire unit, you could just replace. They're $40, super easy, and very little skills. You'll be able to do this yourself. This also is going to help you if you need to replace your game cartridge reader. Try to remember. And yeah, so you can just replace this whole entire thing. They're $40 on eBay, Amazon. Or if you're skilled, you can replace the actual port, which we're gonna do today. So we're gonna just go ahead and set the Nintendo Switch aside. We're gonna get my little new holder that I have. And actually, let's put some Captain's tape around it. What Captain's tape does, if you don't know this, you should not be soldering, but you can always watch. But you can learn, is it's going to protect the device against heat, or this item here, this cartridge thing. So if you get too much heat, which we're gonna be applying a lot of it, it will melt components that shouldn't be melted. We want to only melt one component, which is this charge port, or the headphone jack. Come on. Need some new scissors, apparently.
So
Yeah.
that piece that you said you solder, like, that's still good? He doesn't need to replace that $40 piece?
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
This is cool.
That's why we can not have to charge that much for parts. You're mainly paying for labor.
Okay. No, that's fine. I was
Yeah.
just making sure because we need to replace it.
Nope. Okay, so we're gonna have to put this with flux. Looks like it's just gonna be the bottom piece here. And then we are going to put it on our holder. If you try holding this while heating it up, it's not gonna be very pretty. So I don't recommend you doing that. And we are going to desolder. Hopefully we can get some focus here. Let me focus the camera. Jeez. There we go. You're gonna need some tweezers. I have my heater up to 850 degrees. It's a specialized heat gun, but that's kind of my soldering equipment. And yeah, tweezers. Where does my tweezers go to? I just had them. All right, so now we're going to melt the port off. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. One step. So a lot of these are tin soldered, and so you're going to have to add a little bit of tin to it, or a little bit of lead solder to it to help desolder it quickly. We're gonna definitely want to do that so that way we're not trying to fight lead solder and melting components at the same time. All right, just gonna get some fresh lead solder on there, and we're gonna touch these up. You can see all that smoke? That smoke is flux. And the flux actually helps the solder liquefy and make it where it's much easier to work with. Basically, it's a requirement. That's the glue I put on there. All right, now we are going to warm it up with our heat gun. It's very hot, so I'm being careful. We don't want to blow any of those resistors away. We're gonna wait for it to get shiny. Once it becomes shiny, then we can remove it. It's nice and shiny. There we go. That's the headphone jack removed. That's it, guys. Now I just gotta find out where I put these. Just bought some. I think they're actually up here. Aha! But these are it. They are. This is surprisingly a very common thing that people break over charge port. I thought charge ports would be a lot more common. So here we are. Here's the second one I've done in a couple weeks. I decided, let's film this since it's such a common problem. Because why not? All right, so what we can do here is tin this up. I think we're still in focus, hopefully. And just like the last one, where I made the connection shiny, we're gonna do the same thing. So just put a tiny little flux on these connections. Now flux doesn't hurt nothing. It's called no clean flux, so it's not a big issue. All right. If you don't know how to solder, you need to learn to solder first before doing this. Gotta get all the right equipment. Okay, now I put a little bit of solder in each one of those. We're going to stick it on to this new one, or this original board, whatever heck this thing's called. I'm sure there's a real name for it, I just don't know it. I'm gonna put a little bit more flux here. And make it nice and shiny. That means it's getting up to temperature and ready to accept these connections. I'm trying to get the headphone jack ready to go as well. So I don't put the headphone jack on yet, or near it. We tried to not melt the headphone jack as much as possible. Okay, it looks connected, so we just hold it there, blow on it. Okay, it's dry, it's connected. And then there's one little spot that needs to be cleaned up, which means we need to put a little bit more flux on it and a little bit of solder. And that one there too. So I still have a little bit of solder. No, I don't have it. So we're all fully connected now. I'm going to turn off all of our stuff. And we're going to fix the camera. All right, next step. Let's remove this Captain tape, because that doesn't belong on there. Now these parts are available on the link in the description, so please purchase those parts from us and you'll be supporting our channel. If you can't find them, then they're not available. Hopefully they will be. Not everything's available on that website. We try though. Hey, it looks all good. There's no gunk in there or anything like that, but we still have some gunk on the side, so we're gonna go ahead and clean that with some alcohol and oh, that's why I had it on. So I'm using 99.9% alcohol. Make sure you use a high grade, at least 91 or better, because you want it to evaporate. You don't want it to corrode anything. It is no clean flux, so that means you don't really technically have to clean, but I like to have a nice clean job, and I don't want any goo in the headphone jack or anything like that, so might as well clean it up here. So just letting that sit on a heater real quick and let that dry up. We're gonna test this here in a second and make sure the headphones work. So I'll be right back to get some headphones. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just insert this in. And then we're going to connect it right here. We're gonna try to connect it. Looks like they have a little guidance right here. That's kind of cool. So I bet we're gonna have to push it back. Guidance means there's a little square thing here. So let's try to pull back a little bit. If we can, please let me. Really don't want to have to remove this heat sink. Please let me. Be nice. Okay, let's see where it's at. Yeah, looks like it's right along that guidance. Yep. Right along the edge too. So should let us plug this in nice, and if it'd just be nice to us. on. There we go. Oh, I heard a little click. I think it's in. All right, cool. Now you gotta lift up this plate here carefully. And then let's guide this cable in. Actually, let's put some screws down so that way it stops wanting to come up on us. There we go. While you're in here, you can always replace the battery and thermal paste. If your device is 3 to 4 years old, you could do thermal paste, and if your device is as well, you can do a new battery. It's a little tricky to get that in. Hopefully I wasn't covering the camera too much. That's why we have 2 cameras, or multiple cameras. Okay. Let's get these screws in, and then we're gonna be testing here in 1 second. I hope they'll let me test it while I'm doing this. All right, power button. If it gets hot and that fan turns on and it cools it down, this copper piping actually cools down that GPU and CPU, and this fan blows it out. Woo! Okay, let's put some Nintendo Switch controllers on this bad boy so I can control it. Kind of love the little cute noises this thing makes. Let's watch some YouTube. Oh yeah. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, I hear it outside, not inside.
Yeah, that was what we heard.
Yeah? Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where the stupid settings are for headphones. Maybe, what's the setting?
Settings, huh?
Like, in your settings.
What's your... You
You
gotta...
used to be able to just plug them in and they'd hook up.
The password.
You're gonna have to change your passcode because you're gonna tell me.
that's fine, isn't it?
Yeah. Mute headphones when disconnected. Chat, tell me when headphones are gonna test this.
That's what it was doing before. It was on the out. The sound was on the outside. It never. They used to plug in and connect. I don't know what it did.
No, this thing's a low battery, so you don't have headphones on you?
Mm-mm. I have some in my car though.
Cool.
Yeah, because I gotta charge these for a second.
Do you want me to go grab them?
Well, I'll see if this will let me use them and charge them at the same time. So we can see.
Okay.
No, it won't let me use them and charge them.
Okay, I'll go grab the ones in my car.
While you're doing that, I am going to look for that big old piece. We might need that. Okay, so I had another piece, and we are going to be replacing this entire piece here. I just had to solder on a headphone jack. I gave my other customers just this whole entire piece because I didn't have headphone jacks, and I stole it off my friend's Switch. He gave it to me to micro solder and fix some power problems, which I haven't even had time to do lately. So I stole some parts from him, and then I just soldered on a headphone jack for her and the kids here, and I am not having any luck with this one. So my guess is this whole entire piece is just bad, and we are going to remove it and try another one. Now, if this doesn't work, then there's something else wrong with the switch.
The people above them. Okay.
Very squeaky, right? Squeak, squeak, squeak. I knew that was coming. That's what pretty much every Pixel 3 owner says. Oh, that's too much. It's like over a third the value of the unit. First, I want to make sure that you have a game cartridge.
Do you have any of your cartridges?
Your games? You didn't bring your
You
case.
didn't bring your case?
I wanted to test it. Okay, well, we'll just not test that.
He doesn't play the game.
I
That's
do.
Fortnite stuff.
I do too.
Headphone.
Oh my goodness. These are ridiculous. As I break my phone. Oh, I can hear it. Can
Okay.
you guys hear it? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's working.
Okay, so that's gonna bump up your price.
That's fine.
Okay, unjack that.
He installs it. That's gonna bump up your. I'm just messing with
Well, I'm just saying, like, I can still switch yours out.
I assumed it was.
So yeah,
gonna
this
be
piece
more.
is $40, and the other piece was less than 10. So
Yeah, no, that's
it'll
fine.
be $30 more.
If
Okay.
I knew it was gonna be more because you were adding a piece, you're just fine.
Yeah.
I understand.
Okay, now we're just going to put the rest together, and remember, all these screws were silver. Oops. Yeah, that one doesn't belong there. That was actually my wrong one.
It's so funny.
That's orange channel.
That's okay. There's nothing that my editor can't edit out.
Good.
I do like to have young people watch it if they can. And some people are very, yeah.
Oh, I get it. I work in a school, so.
Oh, you're a teacher?
No, I'm not a teacher. I'm a secretary.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I could be a teacher.
I love being a
I
teacher.
love working with children, 100%, but I like working with all of them, not just one set.
Okay, now just say that in a creepy voice and it'd be hilarious. I love working with children. That's the first thing I thought of when you're like, I love, you know, it's just like, just
What
imagine.
a creep!
And that would be.
That's funny.
See, now you don't have to cut that out. It's good, you know, it's good. It's good content, makes people laugh, and because this is a really boring video, right? Okay, my editor, he's probably just yawning. He's like, oh, this is so boring, Dustin. Sometimes I talk to him directly and get him to laugh behind the camera, breaking the fourth wall. Speaking of my editor, guys, you should totally hit him up if you ever need cool video edited content. And clean this. This is nasty. So why not take some alcohol and
That's a $10 charge.
clean it up? Yeah, it's $10 for a little alcohol.
We're in a pandemic. Alcohol's hard to find.
Nah, it was.
It was hard.
I had this little vial that some customer got from a doctor. Oh my gosh, it was awful. Trying to get alcohol.
Oh, to clean your thing.
Yeah, I was like, if you can find alcohol, I can fix whatever she was doing. I can remember at the time. And I used it very sparingly for quite some time. It was great.
That is awesome.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna put some screws in, and I'll leave a few of them missing so you can maybe have a fully assembled switch. What do you think? Should I leave a few gone?
No.
He says as long as it works, you don't care what it is.
That's true. Okay, that's
Hello. All right, we're gonna put it all together for him. He had made a really sad face. I will put it all together so you're.
It's been broke for a while.
Yeah? No more. Turn that down. Right?
I know.
Mom's
We
gonna
say
be
that
like
a lot.
celebrating.
I don't want to hear all
Turn
of his
it
friends
down.
on Fortnite.
So they go, turn it down. A minute later, turn it down.
At least you
Minute
could,
later,
you could look
turn
out
it
for those
down.
crazy.
Oh, there's been a few times I'm like, okay, get off with that kid.
Yeah, you know what they do now? They use voice changers to sound like 8-year-olds.
Really?
I know that.
Yep. And guess what? Who has a voice changer? My son on his computer. I was like, "What is that?" And he's like, "It's a voice changer." I'm like, "What can you do with that?" And I was like, "I'm going to Google this."
YouTubers do. They're like, there's this YouTuber named Tico. He's using his clownfish accent.
Shout out to Tico, whoever that is. I only got, I think 25,000 subscribers. So I am nowhere near as big as some of the YouTubers my son watches.
Who knows how big Tico is? That's the first I've heard.
He has it shows on my screen he has at least 1,000.
Do you know who Flamingo is?
Nope.
Yeah, that's, my son likes watching Flamingo guy. I don't know. There's a flamingo on his shirt I bought. So, he's big into Roblox though and Minecraft.
She loves
Anyways, guys, that was it. We just put it together. And you gotta put a couple screws here. Please like and subscribe if you like the really cool music that we have in the background. It is from Michelle. He is an awesome guy from Netherlands, and he makes really good music. So please email him if you ever need some cool music made, or if you need web development or video editing, hit up Nader. He's awesome as well. Some of these parts, like I said, are not going to be found in the link in the description, but if they are, please buy from us. If not, best place is eBay to get some of these harder to find Nintendo Switch parts, you know. But if your headphone jack doesn't look bad, like his was, then it's probably that whole entire port, like we replaced. So that was his main issue. And these screws are magnetized. Oh my gosh. So they're a pain to put in. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I can always use some more of those kind of people. We mainly fix cell phones, but I'm going to start fixing all kinds of crazy electronics and whatnot on this channel. So keep on watching. Thanks, guys. See ya. We're still recording because I apparently forgot to plug this in. Oops. Well, shucks. Don't forget that, or when you try to plug in your micro SD card, well, things won't go well. You'll be missing all your beautiful memories. I literally stuck it in there and just fell in there. I was like, what? What happened?
That's not supposed to happen.
That's the problem, is like if I fix devices all the time, nothing like this happens. When I'm kind of in a hurry and fixing a device I don't fix very often, well, I can forget stuff. It's still clicking? I thought I turned you off. Right, you. Actually, let's do this. The guy who sold me the camera, he's like, you can put this in a live video feed. I was like, really? He's like, hold on, I got a 25-foot HDMI cable. And he sold me this dual setup. And he's like, you can have one zoomed in and one zoomed out. And you know, he's like, wow, you can see 75 inches of goodness. He's like, you can see so close, you can see. And I was like, how do you get rid of this blue stuff? And he's like, press a button. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, I don't know how to do it. Figure out.
It's cool that it's just like on the screen so you can see it.
It is really cool, huh?
And you don't have to be like looking right over your shoulder.
Yep. Because a lot of times I do have kids looking right over my shoulder. Like, hey, what you doing?
Make sure I'm comfortable.
Yeah,
It
right?
would make me really.
You're in my personal space.
They're in the bubble.
Your bubble.
Oh, she knows. You've been there before, haven't you? Have you been in mom and dad's
I've
bubble?
been there. Yes, I am.
Did you sneak in between the covers a couple times in the middle of the night being scared?
No.
No, never did that, huh?
He tries, but we don't let him.
Nobody has?
Nobody.
We kick them back to their room.
Oh, that's good.
That's only when I was
what do you
do?
You've never come in our room. It's full house.
Yeah, but I don't know one. That's when I was 8. I'm not.
That's what I said, not now, I'm saying later.
Wait, you're turning 10. I'm not even.
My son is 11.
Whoa.
And he's
2 years
a
old.
big old gaming nerd. Big old giant gaming nerd.
So is my brother.
Yeah, I can tell.
We try to game a lot, but without internet and electronics, you don't get much.
This guy. No, I'm not. Yeah, you are. And my mom.
Sometimes.
Most times.
I say if you play an hour or 2 a day, you're a gamer.
You're definitely a gamer.
Then if you play like 5+ hours a day, you're probably gonna be a pro gamer.
I don't think you get that many hours.
You don't let me.
You're like, only if mom would let me.
Either our mom would kick us off or the tablet would die.
Yeah, the tablet dies and then you don't have any internet.
I at least get 1 hour.
We should replace the battery on that thing when we get back in.
What tablet is it?
When the tablet
That
dies,
is an iPad.
when the tablet
I don't
dies,
know.
basically, it takes a good
I know
little
it's
I actually believe that you don't know that from the conversations we've had so far.
I told you we don't do electronics.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does it say what it is?
That's why I am here. It doesn't. It's the model numbers on the back side without a case on.
The only reason we have an iPad is because their aunt.
iPad Apple.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
Model A1954.
And now put that in Google,
A1.
because I can't memorize them all.
Oh, you're good. It's A1954.
The 8?
Oh, it's the 8th generation?
I don't know. That's what it doesn't really say. It doesn't surprise me that we can't figure this out. Did I Google it right?
A, and then you put the digits in, right?
Yes.
Then yes, you Googled it right.
6th generation.
Dang, it's even older.
No, the 8th generation's the newest. You killed the battery on that thing in 2 years? Usually
we
they don't
don't
die
even
very
use
fast.
it that much.
You put the hotspot on it, right?
Yes.
That kills it fast.
So do you think the powder's still good then?
There's no way to tell on an iPad, really.
Oh, okay.
But hotspot is definitely
We
going to
could
drain it.
Fix the charging port.
Charging port's broken on it?
Yeah, we have to have like a. I have like an
You have to
extra
put
plug,
pressure on it
and we
so
put
that it
pressure on
actually
it so it actually charges.
I could probably fix that now. Take 2
Well,
seconds.
I don't. You have that guy who you need to do. I don't want to be that customer.
But I think we can fix it. It won't take very long.
Let's do it then.
He's doing something special. There's nowhere else he can go. He can just, be mad and go somewhere else, or
What
he
time
can
is
just be
it?
patient.
I just don't want you to lose business because of me.
What time is it?
It's way past your bed.
It's 8:06.
Way past your bedtime.
What time is it?
It's 8:06.
Wow, like an hour and 6 minutes past bedtime.
That's a lie.
No,
Wow.
that's right. She was right. She did her math right.
Wait.
An hour.
See,
I
I'm
told
smart.
Mom that we were gonna keep you up though tonight because I
Yeah,
wanted to
because
be
we
tired.
wanted to be tired for the airplane ride.
You
Ooh.
want us to be tired for the
Okay, we are officially
Yeah.
done.
Stay out. Well,
Hey,
Thank you.
that's it, guys.